Hello, Scorpio. Elsie here to do your reading. It is a reading for you, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. How are you? I hope you're well. Merry Christmas, friends. I hope you had a really lovely time with family and friends if you celebrate, or whatever holiday it was that you celebrated around Christmas. I hope it was good. I hope you are well and that all of your family and friends are well. Also, Happy New Year, because we're just a few days out, right? Pretty soon we are going to be in this place of 2026. We're going to be in the year of one, where things will be beginning. We're going to be at the clean slate, beginning again. We've got a brand new chapter ahead of us, and let's find out what's going on for you. I just want to say thank you for all the ways that you've been living on this channel, Scorpio, and you have built this Scorpio tribe exponentially. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for your hypes. And thank you so much for all the ways that you've been loving on me this year. If you are somebody who's brand new, I hope you'll stay and add yourself to this beautiful tribe. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you all about how to find a private read and how to find the extended if you're interested. Let's do a 9-card read for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got the star. Tell me why the star is here. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. We've got Temperance. You know what? I feel like somebody here is going to get their wish. With Temperance here and the star, it feels like in a moment of alchemy, you are going to get your wish, whatever that is. And I'm not talking about just wishing on a star. I'm talking about manifestation. So I feel like whatever I say wish, but I feel like, you can't just sit like a potato on the sofa and just wish something into existence. You got to put a lot of work behind it. And I think you have. I think you're a hard worker, Scorpio. You're someone who works hard on yourself. You're someone who has maybe gone through a glow-up period, or you've been working really hard on yourself, whether that's emotionally or psychologically or financially. It feels like you have gotten a new stance in life. It feels like you've gotten more confident. Maybe you lost a bunch of weight. Maybe you gained some muscle. I don't know what it is, but it feels like you're taking better care of yourself, and it shows on the outside as well as on the inside. So on the inside is the confidence. On the outside, it looks like there's been a glow up. I feel like this is all in preparation for some sort of wish fulfillment that's about to show up for you here. With the moment of alchemy, there's some healing. These are both about healing, right? But Temperance is about everything is perfect here. Now it's going to show up. I think that you have been working hard on something. Maybe it's a business, and that something here is about to show up that is going to make you very, very happy. You've been wishing for maybe emotional happiness. It could be maybe you've been wishing for a new tribe or a reunion with someone here. Tell me about the 9 of Pentacles. We've got the 7 of Swords. Okay, so it feels like you've been keeping yourself out of the public eye. The 9 of Pentacles could mean that you've really been grinding. You've really been trying to build something, whether that's yourself or a business or your confidence. We do have the 3 of Swords, so it feels like you are repairing some sort of disappointment or some sort of heartbreak. It feels like you hide the heartbreak from people. You might hide your heartbreak by going into the 3 of Cups energy, which is celebration, going out for dinner, being at the bar, keeping your mind busy, your heart busy. It feels like your wish fulfillment would be to have a reunion with somebody here. And it doesn't have to be somebody from the past. It doesn't even have to be someone that you've dated before. It could be someone that you're hoping to see again, that maybe you really didn't get a whole lot of information out of last time you met them. We do have the 7 and the 3, which is 10. It feels like you've released a bunch of stuff, I'm going to say. 10 of Swords is about all the coming to the end of a hard cycle, but I feel like you've released that, and I feel like it's showing up as the 9 of Pentacles. So whether that is via more money or a windfall or a glow up or taking better care of your health, being a lot more confident, it feels like now is the time. I'm going to say with the Temperance card, now is the time for you to let it go if you haven't let it go yet, because the 3 of Swords is kind of heavy energy. So I feel like that you have been hiding yourself away, because the 7 of Swords is here, which is concealment, or you've been hiding how you really feel. I feel like some healing is showing up in the moment of alchemy. Tell me about Scorpio. We've got the 3 of Wands. We've got the Six of Cups. And we've got the King of Pentacles. So I feel like if you've been hoping, it does feel like you already know this person. And I would say that now because the Nine of Pentacles is here as along with the King of Pentacles. That means I feel like you know somebody already, Six of Cups, and you might want them to come back round. Now, I don't see anything here that tells me there's, I feel like you might know this person, you might have a history with them, and that could mean friendship. It could mean in a soul tribe because the Three of Cups is here. It could mean they are a friend of a friend, or you were introduced to them through a group of people during a celebratory time. Something was going on that was a celebration, and someone brought you as a +1, or they got brought to the thing as a +1. I feel like what is holding you back from making a very confident offer is this Three of Swords. It feels like you've been hiding how you feel about someone or something, about moving into the future. The Six of Cups is here, and I feel like there is someone that you feel like you've known before. And the Three of Wands is telling me that in the future, I feel like you're going to see them again soon. It feels like you're going to see them again within the next 3 weeks or so. For some of you, it could be 3 months. But for some of you, look, we've got 7 swords. It could be a week. We've got 3 swords. It could be 3 days. What are we today? What's the date today? We are the 29th. Yeah, so it could be in the next 2 to 3 days. So it feels like this temperance energy is something that's showing up to heal the Three of Swords. I want to say that after the healing, after the releasing, that your confidence is sky high, that you are somebody who's now stable and solid and feels very confident about your where you're going in the future and what you want for the future. This tells me I know what I want. We're going to put down 2 cards, find out what's under the surface. Tell me about Scorpio. We've got Justice and the Judgment card. Oh, very interesting. So something's about to be restored, possibly your faith. Your faith might be restored. Now, I'm just not going to ignore that the Judgment card is pointing directly at the Three of Swords. I feel like you have to make a decision. Also, I feel like the universe or judgment here is telling you, look, this is a new time. This is a new cycle. This is a brand new year, friend. You don't have to look at the past anymore. You don't have to be stuck on the 3 swords. You've done so much work. You're so capable. You've built some sort of kingdom financially. You're very successful, it feels like, financially. In your time, effort, energy, finances, your health, whatever it is, you're doing very well at it. And it's built confidence here. So I feel that you're keeping your feelings under the surface about somebody that you feel you have a connection to. You're hoping to see this person in the future. Let's clarify just a little bit. Let's talk about the Nine of Pentacles first. Tell me why the Nine of Pentacles is here. You're probably single. You could be single. The Nine of Pentacles doesn't always mean you're single. It means you've done something by yourself without anyone else's help. And so you don't need any external validations, that you have built something, a career, a kingdom. You've built something by yourself here. We've got the Two of Wands. We've got the Devil energy. And the Six of Pentacles. It feels like you went through a period of only focusing on you, or really deeply focused on whatever you were building. It feels like you were grinding and grinding. When I'm seeing the Devil energy here, to me, it's not meaning anything except that possibly the Nine of Pentacles was born from you having doubt, or you feeling like you weren't enough, possibly. But it feels like obsessive. Whatever you were doing was obsessive, and the Six of Pentacles is here. So it feels like you were grinding. So working really hard, keeping your head down, not really socializing, not really talking to people, making plans, and then doing things and going back home and grinding some more. So it feels like somebody here is feeling pretty confident about where they are in life right now, about their ability to plan for some sort of reciprocal energy. It feels like there is maybe a thought pattern or an energy, a feeling of a plan that I need to put into place. It feels like you do want to offer something to somebody else. Tell me about the Three of Cups, please. We've got the Five of Swords. We've got the Seven of Wands. And we've got the Five of Pentacles. It does feel like you are away from somebody or apart from somebody. I feel like you have some really strong boundaries, friend, and I feel like you have been terrorizing yourself mentally. I feel like there is somebody here that you cannot get out of your feelings, like you are connected to somebody here, thinking about somebody obsessively, possibly over and over. You see them as part of your future. It feels like with this Five of Pentacles here, though, that you are apart from this person or apart from the social tribe. The Three of Cups. You haven't seen this person in a social situation for a while. The Seven of Wands could also be a block. Like there is a block here between the fives. The fives, the two fives, more than one five in a reading for me is something that's going to happen quickly. And I feel like something is going to happen quickly. But listen, you've got to lower your boundaries just a little bit. You've got to remove the block. I feel like you haven't seen this person socially for a while, but maybe you haven't reached out to ask them if they want to go out socially either. Tell me about the Three of Swords. What is this? Disappointment or heartbreak here? Is maybe a little bit of disappointment that the moment of alchemy hasn't arrived yet, that now you've worked so hard on yourself that you've become the King of Pentacles. And the moment of alchemy has not yet come as it pertains to this person. Tell me about the Three of Swords. We've got the Four of Cups. We've got the High Priestess. And we've got the Queen of Wands. Well, it's time to make a move. I think that intuitively or internally, quietly, you're thinking about your next move. You know that you have to step outside of your comfort zone, friend. But the terrifying thing is that I could get my heart broken again. I feel like you usually get what you want. The Queen of Wands always gets what she wants. The Queen of Wands has been through a lot and is very resilient, though, so I think that you've been hurt a lot, which accounts for the Three of Swords. I feel like intuitively or internally, High Priestess is here. Quietly, you're trying to make a decision about making an offer to someone here. She's got a pomegranate in her hand. I think you want to speak with someone. You've learned a lot of things. You're very connected to your source, whoever your source is here. But I feel like the reason you are is because you are in this quiet place of stability of your emotions, which is a four, right? The Four of Cups, but also can become a place of stagnation if you stay there too long. So it does feel like you need to step outside of your comfort zone. If you are going to make some sort of bold move, I think you're going to risk something here is what it feels like, because you can feel that the Temperance card is rolling up on you here. The moment of alchemy is coming, and when the moment of alchemy hits, you're just in a moment. It's like one night it's not there, and the next day you wake up and say, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to do it. Tell me about the Six of Cups. What do we need to know about the Six of Cups? The Ten of Cups is here. The Four of Swords is here. But can I keep it on the road? Is what it looks like. The Chariot is here, and it's like, can I keep my energy disciplined? Can I keep healed? Is this person going to allow me to keep my healing in place? Is this going to be the joy of my life? Is it going to be a balanced and healed kind of love? I'm hearing, I'm clairaudient, and in my head I just heard Phil Collins singing Groovy Kind of Love. The Chariot is about discipline, but it's also about having some sort of victory. And so I feel like you're trying to discipline your thoughts about somebody here, but I think that you have a really hard time not thinking about the times you've already spent with them. And like I said, doesn't have to mean you've ever dated this person before. This could be someone you can't stop thinking about since you met them. Someone you're possibly very attracted to, but someone you're keeping your distance from. And I think the reason you're keeping your distance is because of Three of Swords, and maybe you just don't know them well enough yet in order to make a decision. But I think you are about to put some sort of plan into place. It feels like a strategic plan, but it also feels like you're looking at life through the lens of what's going to happen in 2026. What do I want for the rest of my life from here? And I think that there's like nowhere else for you to go financially. It feels like somebody here is probably doing pretty well. And I'm not saying that you're a millionaire, but I'm just saying I feel like you're doing quite well when it comes to things of the material world. So either you're doing really good in your job, or you have built a business, or you've built some sort of financial or stability reputation of some kind. And so I feel like you're looking for something else. It's like all the pieces of the puzzle are here, except for someone to love. And I think that's what this is. So I feel like you're trying to keep out the negativity. You're trying to keep out the negative thought pattern. You're trying to keep away the feeling of feeling disconnected. I think you want to reconnect with this person, but Scorpio, you've got to reach out if you do. We're going to go into the extended. We're going to talk more about this. There's our third 5. Something is going to change quickly here, because I think that you don't want to be in regret. The Page of Swords is in the reverse. It's like, but I don't know what to say. I want to build a foundation with somebody here, but I don't want to surprise them. Like, I don't want them to think that I'm just like rolling up on them to surprise them here. I really think that this is a new way of feeling for you. And I think that you want to create some sort of stability with this person, create trust, create loyalty. Loyalty is really important to you, but if you're dealing with a Taurus, it could very well be that is why loyalty is really important to you. You could be dealing with the High Priestess as well. This person could be quite psychic, and that could be why you can't stop thinking about them, because when they're thinking about you, that means you're thinking about them, and so on, right? It's science, right? It's when two particles are charged identically, no matter how far apart across the Milky Way they are. When one vibrates, the other one will. So it feels like you're on the same vibration with somebody here, and you're thinking about them because they're thinking about you on a loop as well. We're going to go into the extended. If you'd like to come into the extended and find out more about what's going on here, we'll talk more about this. We'll talk about why you're cynical and why you don't trust the situation, because I feel like your wish is showing up. Your wish is my command, is what I'm hearing. So I feel like your wish is about to show up, but I feel like you're really cynical about it. Like maybe it's already in your environment and you're like, God, I'm really attracted to this person, but they scare me because they're quiet. Like they're not coming forward. They're not saying anything, and I don't know what to make of it. Should I should I feel like my heart's broken, or is it just somebody who likes to stay home, 4 of Cups? So I feel like we're going to have to dig in a little bit further into this to find out what's going on, because I think you want to make a move with the Queen of Wands here, a bold move, because you don't want to be in regret. If you're interested in coming into the extended, please check the comment that is pinned above all of the comments. If you click on the More button and open that whole thing there, you'll see that there's a few ways where you can get the extended. There is a membership link there. Please click the membership link if you want at least 4 extendeds in a month. If you're only interested in purchasing this one outright, there is a link there for that. If you are interested in having a private read, right now I do have a sale on that is only on until 11:59 p.m. on the 31st of December, just another couple days. And if you are interested in having the year-long reading, I will be removing that from my repertoire on January the 1st. So it's only offered until the 31st. So if you are interested in a private reading, please click on the link to Hypsee, and you will see what my prices are and what my packages are. And yeah, I think that's it. We're going to go into the extended. If you want to be there, then you know what to do. Come find us there. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you, my friends. I hope you have a beautiful New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. See you in the new year. Bye-bye.